Hello there. Do come on in and make yourself comfortable. How are you today? Well, the doctor has left me a long list of notes for your examination today, and hopefully you can leave here feeling a little better than when you arrived. It is going to be me who's looking after you today. Is that okay? That's great. What I've been asked to do is ask a few questions to begin with, and then the doctor has suggested various remedies for you, and we'll take them in turn. Is that okay? So a few questions to begin with, just to see if we can get to the bottom of what has caused this illness. It's all standard medical questions, things that we know can cause these maladies. So, have you taken the night air recently? Have you taken any bad air recently? Have you been to the city? Anything like that? Yes, these things can cause illness very quickly. Tell me about your sedentary habits, please. How many hours during the day do you find yourself seated? Right. Okay. This will be kept confidential, of course, but any bouts of anger recently, we know how quickly anger can lead to illness. I can see how that would cause anger. Another important question now, think very carefully about this. Have you had wet feet for an extended period recently? We see this a lot. Okay. Well, this helps us start to form a picture of what might be happening. Thank you. Have you been exposed to any abrupt changes in temperature? Okay. So a couple more questions, if you can think very carefully about your answers. Have you experienced any passionate fear recently? It can absolutely lead to illness. There's no standard fears, any passionate fears. Okay. And finally, a very important question. Have you eaten any cold fruits recently? Cucumber, melon, anything like that? We are finding links between those and illness currently. Okay. Maybe you need to reduce that cold fruit consumption, but the doctor will advise on that. So could you please describe for me your symptoms? What is it specifically that's brought you to the doctor? I see. the doctor has examined you. Is there anything you would like me to add to my notes before we begin some treatments? Okay. Thank you. What I would like to do first and foremost is something for the pain, if you're okay with that. What the doctor has prescribed is a little of this. I don't know if you've ever taken laudanum before. Yes, it does say poison, but administered correctly, you'll be absolutely fine. What this will do is it is derived from opium. It will take your pain away very quickly indeed. Yes, we find it works best when mixed in an alcohol solution, so you need very little to be feeling much better very quickly. So, are you happy to take some of this? It has been prescribed. Okay, so as I say, just a very little amount will have you feeling right as rain in no time. Open wide for me. Yes, it doesn't taste spectacular. However, you will feel the benefits very shortly, I assure you. Let me know when it starts to kick in. You'll certainly have no more issues with pain. If you need a little more before you go, that's absolutely fine. I'm sure the doctor will be happy to prescribe you some more. While that's getting to work, could I take a quick look into the backs of your eyes, please? We have some wonderful new medical equipment. I don't know if you've seen one of these before. It's new from Germany. It's called an otoscope, and we use it to look into your eyes to check for any maladies in there. The eyes can be a good indicator as to anything that's going wrong in the body. Wonderful. I'd like to look at each eye in turn if possible. Beginning with this eye. All you need to do is look straight ahead and enjoy the feeling of the laudanum. Okay, looking straight ahead for me, please. Ready? That's very interesting indeed. Gosh, modern science can work wonders. The backs of your eyes are very interesting indeed. I'm sure the doctor will like to have a look later, but for now, that eye looks absolutely fantastic. May I look in this eye as well? Thank you. Same again, looking ahead. Still feeling steady on your feet? That laudanum can unbalance a little. Okay, thank you. So, looking ahead. Here we go again. Well. My, oh my. My goodness. Certainly no problems with the eyes there. I'll make some notes to pass on to the doctor. How's the pain relief? That's great. Next, the doctor has left a prescription for me for the application of some leeches. Very standard procedure. It's something that I do day in and day out, so you don't need to worry about that. I know exactly where to place them. Have you had leeches administered before? These are the finest leeches gathered from local rivers, and they are fresh. Yes, so what will happen is, once administered, they'll take about half an hour to do any essentially bloodletting, but in a gentler way. After half an hour, you'll find that they simply detach. What I'll do is I'll make sure that you leave with plenty of cotton, because you'll find that you will continue to bleed for around 9 or 10 hours afterwards. That should hopefully help with your condition, and if not, you can come back and we can apply some new leeches. Is that all right? Excellent. I'm going to place them around your neck. One of the good things about leeches is it's virtually painless. So they administer a natural anaesthetic, so you won't even feel that they are on there. You happy for me to start? There are 5 in total. I won't go near anything major, but here is a very good area for them. See, modern medicine. Okay. Around the neck, not here though, around the neck. Ready? First one is going over this way. Here we go. Going to allow that to attach. See? Completely painless. I'll allow that to get to work. There are 4 more. 4 more hungry little leeches. Oh, that one's trying to escape. I'll fix that one now. Ready? Other side. Same thing again. I'll just allow that. Just hold it in place while it attaches. That's 2 out of the 5. Still feeling okay? See if there is any pain at all. That laudanum will quickly take it away. Another? Fantastic. Here's the third. This one's coming around the front. Okay, here we go again. And once again, just giving it time to attach. No reluctance at all from our little friends. Number 4. This one may be on a little longer. This one's a little thin. It won't be for much longer. And you and it will both be feeling better before you know it. So around this side again. Ready? Here we go. Once again. Oh, this one isn't taking much persuading as anticipated. Oh yes, that one is more than happy to be doing its job. Marvellous. Final one. Oh, this one's going to go a little lower down. Yep, you may feel this one slightly, but again, it has some natural anaesthetic, and that laudanum should be really kicking in now. Down here. Ready? Okay. Just the last one. Making sure that that's attached properly so you can gain the most benefit. That's all 5. How do they feel? Is everything okay? Yes, the doctor has found leech application most efficacious. And as I say, in around half an hour, they'll just naturally detach. Remain here, we can help you with that. Making a note that I've attached 5 so we can count 5 again at the end. Marvellous. The doctor has also asked me to take a few head measurements. There is some fantastic new science out at the moment called Phrenology. Have you heard of Phrenology? The doctor is telling many of our patients about it currently. It's to do with your cranium, with your skull. And scientists and doctors have found, I'll show you this wonderful diagram that we have. Scientists and doctors have found that the shape of your skull corresponds to various aspects of your feelings and your personality. It's wonderful. Take a good look at this later. It explains all of the areas, what they represent, and then we can take a look at how your skull measures up to these. So what the doctor has asked me to do is, just using our medical instruments, is to take a few measurements of your skull, make a note of them, and then he can take a look later and help with further diagnosis. Is that all right? Wonderful. You don't need to do anything. You can sit there, enjoy your pain relief, let those leeches get to work. I'll be measuring that skull and taking down those measurements as we go. Ready? Okay. I'll start with some of the larger measurements at the top. Thank you. Put that against the measurements down here. That's wonderful. Yes, the doctor is collecting lots of measurements from lots of patients because it also helps to aid in scientific discovery. You're helping science. At the front this time, don't worry, this won't touch. Thank you. Again against the measurements. How are you feeling? Round to the side now. Looking around this area here. Make sure you have a read. It does make for a good read. Ready? Fantastic. That's interesting. The same on this side, please. Ready? Okay. great, thank you. One or two more, if you're still comfortable. This time coming towards the front of the skull, so we're going to be measuring across the eyebrows first, and then next the bridge of the nose and around there. Is that okay? Marvellous. Here we go. Again, this won't touch your face. Ready? Okay. Thank you. Almost there. The bridge of the nose, this way first and then that way. Ready? Thank you. I'll be interested in the doctor's interpretations. Lastly, this way. Ready? Okay, here we go. Thank you. Please down. So as I say, the doctor will be able to talk to you next time you come in, just about his findings based on those measurements. It's extremely scientific, and hopefully it will help understand why you're feeling the way you're feeling and to help you feel better. So, how are you feeling now? Are those leeches getting to work? Has the laudanum helped dull everything down? Okay. We'd also looked at this time, so I don't know if you've heard of galvanic therapy. It uses electricity. However, I'm not sure that it's something that you need this time. I'll show you the galvanic device. Should what we've done today not work, you can return. And what we do is we use this device to just pass electric current through you. It tends to be around the temples, areas like that. However, the galvanic device is used for all sorts of ailments, but it's much better when administered by the doctor. The doctor did leave it here in case nothing else worked. However, I feel that what we've done today, these medical things, are going to be very helpful for you. Is that okay? Do you have any desire to have any electric shocks today? Okay. So, that is the end of my tests. what the doctor has recommended here, he recommends for many patients and finds that it does work, is a change of air. I don't know if you're able to get to the coast or anywhere like that. He tends to find a change of air cures all sorts of ailments, so that's the final thing that he'd like to recommend to you today. Wonderful. So here's what we're going to do now. If possible, I'd like you to remain here just until the leeches have finished their job. As I say, it takes about half an hour, so if you're happy to stay for another, I think, 15-20 minutes, what we can do is we can then remove them. They'll be quite happy to detach when they're full. And then, as I say, we'll take this cotton wool, because you'll need to just make sure you're attending to that bleeding for the rest of the day. Once it stops bleeding, if you're still not feeling yourself, as I say, come back and we can absolutely attach some more leeches for you. What I'd like you to do as well is book back in to see the doctor. I'm sure he'll be eager to share those phrenology results, to tell you what those measurements of your skull mean for you and your emotions, personality, and things like that. But is there anything else that I can help you with today other than the detachment shortly? Marvellous. Well, if you'd like, I can talk to the doctor again about administering a little more laudanum, perhaps you taking some away with you. That shouldn't be a problem at all. But in the meantime, take a seat, relax, and let everything work its magic. Marvellous. I'll be with the next patient, and I'll be back in the next 10 or 15 minutes to just detach those leeches. Relax.